Welcome to another Escape Route stream. Today we are checking out Azur Lane. But not just Azur Lane, but Azur Lane Crosswave. This came out in 2020, I want to say, 2019, 2020. And it's been on my to check out list for absolutely forever. As always, Idea Factory and Compile Heart have been very good to us here on this channel, and I've been provided a copy of this game for the sake of review purposes. So, I will bring this game to you, and we will experience it first impressions together. What do I know about Azur Lane? It's kind of like Blue Archive, except all the characters are anthropomorphized boats. And I also know about Bachi, because of course I know about Bachi. Of course I know about Bachi. So I'm just going to boot the game up now and start capturing, and we're good to go. It would appear this is Unreal Engine, because it just came up with that little prompt that says, do you want to give this game permission to access your network? Which always comes up when you boot an Unreal Engine game. Compile Heart, Felistella, Yongshi, Manju, and Yostar. Yeah, Unreal Engine. I kind of know the signs. Distributing this game online without permission from the copyright holder is not allowed. So no connecting via Parsec for this one. Let's have a look. I've discovered a new release on Game Pass. Motor Slide. Yes, I've heard of it. This is the game that's kind of like Nier. Motor Slice, I think it's called. Yeah, it's it looks fun. I was hoping to get a key, but alas, that did not happen. So I'll probably check it out when it's a little bit cheaper. Or if it's suddenly all over the socials and everybody's talking about it, then I might. I'm going to assume that that my darling Bache is not playable in this, but I see Javelin at least. I know Javelin. Of course I know who Javelin is. Did I briefly see... I don't think I briefly saw her. Had my eyes peeled and I didn't see her. I have been super curious about this game in particular for a while. Oh yeah, isn't I think Nep-Nep's playable in this as well. As kind of like a crossover character. Azur Lane. Does it support controller? Is this one of those games that doesn't support controller? Gamepad key. Gamepad. Up, down, left, right. Maybe it's something to do with the Steam controller overlay. DualSense controller. I'm not tabbed into the game now, which is interesting. Let me see if I can do something about this with the controller settings. Enable Steam input for this title. Enabling Steam input. Enabling Steam input fixed it. So that it looks like this is a game that requires Steam input for playing with a DualSense PS5 controller. Some PC games just don't understand a DualSense out of the box, but it's fine. Steam has functionality to enable that. Right, battle subtitles on, borderless. The music has stopped. Battle difficulty level. We'll start with normal, and we'll see how we get on. Nice to meet you, Commander. I'm Shimakaze, your secretaryship. I'll be your humble guide. Select the center item from the main menu to play through the story mode. Collect new equipment and make new friends while enjoying the story. If you'd ever like to change your secretaryship, you can do so by pressing the Y button. Wait, you're going to switch me already? Yes. Let's have a look who we got. Oh. Whopping 2 options. So is this game part of a franchise? This is a spin-off of a game called Azur Lane, which is a gacha game for mobile phones. Did I see that GameStop CEO is selling his game collection to help fund his acquisition of eBay? Yes, I also saw that his eBay account has now been banned, which is funny. The event controls are as follows. A, B, Y, X, R, T. Okay. It's PR. No doubt they already have the money to afford to buy eBay because they've got all that crypto money. That is a slow auto. Constitutional monarchy which provides itself in the glorious history of nobility. That sounds like the British Navy, doesn't it? Which one does Bache fall under? I hope it's not the Russians. It is funny, but it's funny because it's obviously a PR move because people are talking about it at the moment, so it keeps them in the public consciousness. Keeps people thinking about them. World remains safe and protected. World-friendly matches. The 2 world-friendly matches. So in this universe, the World Wars were just friendly matches. Sirens. Are they cute? The elusive sirens and their unknown motivations at play. The tensions between the nations appear to be rising steadily. Oh, it's not all fun and games anymore. Which nation interests me? Huh? But I didn't pick that. Did the game just decide I want the Sakura? What's no, don't skip. Where's log? Where's log? No, where's log? Ah! Where's log? Ah, here we go. Fucking hell. The shining members of the Sakura fleet, thank you for gathering here today. The weather is perfect, which means it's a perfect day for training. So Star Fox, getting it. It probably would have hit harder if we hadn't had like a fan-made recomp somewhat recently. I'll check it out, of course, but I'm not like super excited for it. They've done the right thing, in my opinion, which is keep the gameplay the same. The cutscenes feel unnecessary. I mean, the original Nintendo 64 Star Fox 64 / Lilac Wars, right, was a game that had, "You're entering this level. Don't be stupid, Fox. Yeah, fuck you, General. Report." You know, and that's it. And you were in, right? It didn't have like excessively long Marvel Cinematic Universe cutscenes. Hey, Fox, what are we having for lunch? Ah, you put it in the microwave. You know, just... You know? Today you'll be working in pairs. First, conduct a mock enemy search in local waters. Yeah, oof. If I knew that's what we'd be doing, it's just so much. I'm really nervous. Improve your technique while sharpening your ability to collaborate. This will be great training for your survival skills. Okay. I'm no longer missing any dialogue. Thought on Falco's legs. I wasn't looking at Falco's legs. I'll give you one thing about the Star Fox 64 remake that I don't like. Why did they make Cat ugly? Isn't her name, like, literally Cat Monroe, right? Isn't the whole point that she's meant to be like Marilyn Monroe? Why did they make her ugly? Use exercises to prepare your nerves for true battles, dear. To be nervous now would be to put the cart before the horse, right? Oh, I love it. She's got the Ocho-sama voice. I must say, I am appreciating there's a great lot of detail in these character portraits. I mean, just look at the detail on those cannons. Question, does Nintendo's distaste assault on GameCube, so to say? Do Nintendo dislike Star Fox Assault? Is that what you mean? I don't think it sold particularly well. It was a combination development between Namco and Nintendo, and Namco have since worked with Nintendo on lots of things, including Super Smash Bros., to the point where Nintendo has now acquired part of Bandai Namco in Japan to work on, like, future Nintendo stuff. So, you know, I don't get the dislike for Assault, personally. Wow, that sounds really bad out of context. You know what? I don't understand what everybody's problem with Assault is. You know, if you just get into it, it's a lot of fun. Trust me, you might look at it and go, oh man, this guy approves of Assault, but you give Assault a go. Your opinion will change. And then there's Nightbot's quote, and it's about bad dragon dildos. I can't win. Destroyer Shimakaze. There's a lot of talking. Did she say something? Please work out. She's bunny. Imagine a random viewer seeing this right now and is like, what? I am practically begging for somebody to come in right now and say, these are anime girls, these anime girls who I look at these anime girls with big massive cracking tits and I see kids. I'm waiting for a viewer like that to come in so I can tear them a new asshole. The compass in the upper left shows the location of the nearest event. Selecting a red event will progress the story. Okay. Oh, there's a little menu. Oh. Oh, and I like a soul. I do though. Like that's the thing, right? It might not be fun for everyone involved, but if you get in the mindset, you know, this assault is trying something new, then you get a lot more out of it than just going into it expecting Star Fox 64. Managed to catch up somehow. I knew you were fast. Hey, old one! It's because we rushed, but I can't even see anyone else around. It's kind of exciting to think we passed up everyone. I might have gotten the route wrong since I was so nervous. Without the Star Fox context, that comment becomes grim. I know, it's almost like I'm deliberately trying to make it sound as bad as possible. So out of context, people can clip it and try and cancel me. I watched a video the other day of Sam Butcher, where he had attempted to cancel himself on YouTube, and it was really funny, and I thought I could do something similar, except actually cancel myself, because I've said so much fucked up stuff over the years, it would be easy. Today, I ended up with a compilation of Weird Al songs from 2009, and obviously somehow ended up with a studio album of Anno. Well, welcome to J-pop. We've been expecting you. That ship! Miss Saruga! What could that be? It looked like the weather turned stormy at the same time the ship appeared, right? Could it be? Masaka! Sirenda! Well, maybe the Sirenda should surrender. I thought I'd end up starting with Baby Metal. Baby Metal... I say that as someone who was really into Baby Metal when they first appeared, but isn't so much into Baby Metal now. Baby Metal is overrated. I liked Baby Metal when it was cool to like Baby Metal. Well, before it was cool to like Baby Metal. Now it's cool to like Baby Metal. I went to see them in, I want to say 2016, Wembley Arena. So cute! And musically brilliant as well. When they played The One, I was in absolute fucking tears in that show. I was crying, snot coming out of my nose. Religious experience listening to Baby Metal play The One live. But now just any other band that I liked that I moved on from. Ah, give me chocolate. Right, I can hear it. I can hear it in the production. Now that you've mentioned it, I can hear it. I can kind of even hear in my head what a Mad Capsule Markets version would sound like. I'm just recklessly curious. Yes. But when do I get to beat the shit out of some enemies? You'll have the very important role of being the diversion while I retreat. Yeah, you can hear the rap, like in in like the rap in Pulse, and then I can hear the chorus as well, like Sunny Beach, like the singing in Sunny Beach. I only really have a couple of Mad Capsule Market songs as reference, the ones I like, which are mainly Pulse, Sunny Beach, and Sunny Beach Road. Sirenda have a whole fleet. Thinking more about Tribe. I'd have to listen to some more Madcap. I really only listened to them as a sort of young teenager, after discovering them in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. There's that meme where it's like white men be like, oh yeah, I heard this on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but it's true. A lot of music I know from Tony Hawk's. It's like Styles of Beyond I knew from Tony Hawk's first. Right, main fleet, attack. I'm sure it will tell me how to. Yeah, okay. Directional keys. Right. RB and RT. Special evasion on B. Lock on attack A. Okay, let's give this a go. Let's see what this is like. Alright, okay, so in my head, I was thinking this is going to be like the not Strike Witches game, the Vivid Dread Operation game for PS3, and it is, except we're on the water. It's Vivid Dread, but we're on the water, we're not in the sky. That's what I'm getting from this. In which case, cool. Right. I have a special on X. Oh, and RT fires missiles out of my backpack. Okay, cool. They're gliding on water, yeah. So the characters in Azur Lane are anthropomorphic versions of battleships, right? We're playing as the Japanese fleet at the moment, so all of these girls that we're playing as are based on, like, Japanese warships. I don't know if they're based on real Japanese warships. They might be. But they're anthropomorphized warships. In the same way that, like, Koken Rambu is anthropomorphized katanas. Total victory. What is this? Sasuke Ninja Warrior. A Ninja Warrior game would be really good. You know, you get to make your own person, and then you have like a diary mode where you have to train or like choose what you're gonna eat and practice, and then taking part in heats and then going to like a major final round. That'd be really good. I'm kind of shocked there isn't a Ninja Warrior game, because that'd be quite fun. So Bank of America can go STFU due to the Grand Theft Auto $80 comment. You just know that the next Grand Theft Auto is going to launch at a high price. I hope that they completely buck the trend and go, yeah, we're going to drop it at 50. Because could you imagine how much it would sell if they released it at 50? The problem is they won't, because they know it will sell exactly the same amount if they drop it at 80. So you know it's going to happen. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Konami used to publish several Kinniku Banzuke games that were exclusive to Japan, and some of them had Sasuke courses. Ooh! I know that there were a bunch of games based on Iraibo. But I wasn't aware about Kinuku Banzuke. I'm gonna have to look that up. At the end of the battle, you will receive one of the following evaluations. Okay. This is the next event point. Whee! Event battle. We got something up here. A charm will increase the drop rate for the following battle only if used before it. Okay. Are there any optional? Yeah. What we got down here? Whee! Most won't be able to play it because they made it an absurd file size. Hey, Acid. GTA, yeah. No doubt it will be massive. But I suspect there'll be some sort of streaming option as well. Because they're going to want everybody to be able to play it, right? So there'll probably be some kind of streaming option. You know, like GeForce Now or Xbox streaming, PlayStation streaming, you know. There'll be some option to play it on streaming, which for a lot of people is going to be the best option. A plug-and-play console. I need to track that down. That might make for a good Sushi Bites. I'll block it off so it has nowhere to run, then you circle around and close in on it. So we can have a big boss. Oh, I love Shimakaze. She's great. She doesn't afraid of anything. Right, how do I use my my charm? Equipment, anti-air. Tsuruga has this equip. Okay, no. Skill. Oh, strengthen. I don't have the material for strengthening. This menu is very mobile game. I wouldn't be surprised if it's borrowed entirely from what was that at? Level order, endurance order. Looks like there isn't a way to use one of those charms. Unless I use it from here. Some of the functions of the main menu can be used here. Warehouse. Important. Slightly increases item drop rate. How do I equip that? I'm not sure how to do it. Okay, I guess I won't have it equipped. Okay. Sasuke solely dedicated to female athletes. Salmon Ladder. Kunoichi was the one for female athletes. That makes sense, because Kunoichi is the Japanese word for a female ninja, and of course the oh, I just press A. Right, okay. And shinobi is the Japanese word for a male ninja. Okay. I'm not bothered by this at all. Lock on attack. Whee! Aha. I like this. The levels are pretty short at the moment, but I'm sure they will get longer as we progress. This reminds me a lot of specifically Camsoft games of the late PS2 and early PS3 era. Like, I'm getting like stuff like Drive Girls from this. Kind of has that what's the nicest way of saying low budget? It has that low budget vibe to it. No, don't skip Eventsy. Crystals. Oh. It's Ayanami. It's Yukikaze. Ayanami. She doesn't have short blue hair. Yep, we engaged the sirens. Could have sunk, but didn't sink. Blue Road Crucifix Tide. Welcome, Vlad. Oh, that one's fun. Oh, you actually inadvertently reminded me. This needs to be on. There we go. Yukikaze the Great. She doesn't seem bad. But I'm liking Bunny Girl at the moment. Albino Bunny Girl. Any optional events? Nope. All mandatory. Let's go. Maul Shadow Lord. Yes. You mentioned it earlier, because for those who don't know, I produced a new piece of Echo art for the Lego Star Wars streams. Sith Lord Echo. Try to get more of her in frame as possible. Really quite proud of how this one came out in particular, because I've started playing around with saying fuck it for brushes, just like fuck brushes. I'm going pencils now, and it's all pencil, so it's all aliased. It's all sharp edges and straight lines, and honestly, I think it makes for a better looking picture. So I'm going full alias and sharp pixels now. I'm watching it for Sam Witwer. Is he good in it? Is Sam Witwer good in it? Only a Sith deals in absolutes. Only a Sith deals in aliasing. I'm really sorry. We kicked their ass. I looked at the compilation of Weird Al's music and 2 tracks are missing. Weird Al Show theme and Money for Nothing Beverly Hillbillies. Are they supposed to be on it? Is it a case of like certain releases of albums have certain bonus tracks? I am up for a playthrough of Force Unleashed 2. I couldn't finish it when I played it back on Xbox 360 back in the day. I tried and I just could not get into it. There was like a fight with a Rancor and I had to like go around the outside of a big like tower, like city on top of a tower or something, and I just lost interest. I was just done with it. The first one was tedious, but admittedly only because the PC version displays the wrong button prompts for things. Like, it shows the wrong prompts for the crushing the Star Destroyer. And once you know that the display on screen is completely fucking wrong, that level is a piece of piss to beat. Force Unleashed 3 was never even brought up. That would not surprise me. From what I hear, number 2 did really badly in sales. Oh, I like her. She's cute. That does not surprise me. TFU was really good. It sold well. It was a solid game on both like PS2, Wii, and on HD consoles. I am not surprised that they went, oh shit, this sold really well and it was really successful. Let's just push out a sequel. Should it be illegal to end a game with a plot twist or building up to a sequel if you never do a sequel? No. Because how could you police that? If you had the full intention to do a sequel and then your studio ends up going bankrupt, are you then gonna get sued again? For sequel baiting? That would be impossible to police. That would be actually impossible to police. I like the idea. I think making promises you don't keep should be. I think promises you can't keep should be punished. So, you know, in the case of like Peter Molyneux making big promises about Fable 3 will do this, Fable 3 will do that, and then, you know, it doesn't. Like that sort of thing. I would say punishing people for making promises they can't keep. If you don't have the ability to perform what you are promising, don't promise it. I am absolutely for game companies like hiding their hand. Like playing a super secret poker game and hiding their hand. This Star Fox reboot that's coming out in what, like June? There is no way in hell that game is just Star Fox 64 as is, right? There's going to be more levels. There's going to be secret paths that are brand new and unique levels. There's going to be stuff that is completely unexpected. I can almost guarantee that Nintendo is hiding a huge chunk of that game from us from that initial announcement. I think it is the best move for developers to hide as much information as possible and just give you enough to sell the game to you and then to wow you and surprise you with the game that you actually get with positive surprises. Never reveal your big secrets, right? The Mario Galaxy movie would have been 10 times better if I sat down in that theater and I did not know Fox was in it. The Mario Galaxy movie would have been 10 times better had that not been revealed. Sometimes you can reveal too much. Well, that is a combination of one, people getting hold of the game early and leaking all the cutscenes on YouTube, and two, Sakurai just in general being an oversharer. But I kind of like that about Sakurai.
よい、お供するわね。姿殿。呼びかけにも答えていただけない。島風が好奇心に駆られたばかりに。島風はせっかくのパートナーを失望させてしまったのですね。
Right, if I was releasing a game and I revealed every character in that game before release, that would, like, totally frickin' spoil, like, everything for people. Knock on wood, happy 100th birthday to David Attenborough. There we go. Knocked on wood. And here we have Azur Lane Crosswave. Released on Steam in 2020. Here we see the warships in their natural habitat with their camel toe.
怒られるのと始末書だけで済んだ。よかった。私まだ生きてる。関わりたくはないけど、敵に襲われた時は。
Tsuruga's not even thankful.
ありがとう。
There we go. I've changed my tune on you, Tsuruga. Hey! First achievement unlocked. Prologue.
島風が駿河殿と組んで、偶然にもセイレーンの待ち伏せ艦隊と戦ってから、島風は一人獣王のお偉い様方が宿泊されているこの海上リゾートへの出頭を命じられたのでした。獣王における最重要人物のお一人、祭事などをまとめておられる長門様からの直筆
Sakura Empire.
リゾート自体は獣王の領海上に存在するのですが、ここには獣王のものでも
I really don't get the push for realism. They were initially supposed to be like Thunderbird's puppets, and Takeya Imamura has come out and said, yeah, these designs would have looked very different if I was involved. Which just goes to show even the original creator of Star Fox is not super happy with the way the characters look.
そんな場所にあんなことをやらかした後で呼ばれたのですよ。さすがに島風も前回は武者震いでしたが、今回は普通に震えています。いや、ガイドの方にも来てもらっているのですけど。
Nightbot? When did I say that?
不相応な場所に足を踏み入れてる感じがひしひしと伝わってきますよ。
Everything Japan inspired by Thunderbirds in some way. Well, I mean, take this, right? We're playing as, like, warships. They're kind of like... There was probably a warship Thunderbird, right?
そしてガイドの私も倒れそう。どうされたんですか、山城さん。お気を確かに。
What if that realism in Star Fox is in the next Smash? Please. Please do not. Please do not, like, bring that into existence. Please do not materialize that. Remembering how much Nintendo fucked Argonaut, allegedly. Yeah, it's unfortunate, isn't it, that that they pitched a Yoshi platformer, and then Nintendo released Super Mario 64, and they weren't brought back for Star Fox 64. But I think that might be just like indicative of Nintendo's management style at that time, that they preferred to do everything as in-house as possible. Yeah, it's not nice what they did, but like I'm kind of split on it, because at the same time they made Star Fox 64 and it's one of the best video games of all time, period. So they did that but released Peak. I'm kind of split on it, because it's such a good game. Oh, controller disconnected. DualSense wireless controller. When the controller disconnects, the music stops playing. That's interesting.
せめてここから島風が待ち合わせの建物に行きつけるまでは粘ってください。
Star Fox 64 based games are only in-house developed Star Fox games, though. That is a good point. Star Fox 64 and Star Fox 3D technically, because Grezzo were working under Nintendo. That's quite right, because Command was... Oh, who was Command? Was that Retro Studios? Next Level? Somebody like that? Zero was, of course, Platinum Games. We got Ninja Theory out of Argonaut. Oh, Ninja Theory have Argonaut origins. For me, like, my favorite things that Argonaut put out all came out post Star Fox 64 anyway. You know, like Croc, Malice, iNinja. So for me, like, in my head, when I think Argonaut, I don't think Star Fox. I think iNinja. I don't think Starglider. I think Malice. You know? Who made Star Fox Assault? Namco. Mainly Namco. Mainly Namco on dev for that. But with a lot of input, like, Argonaut also created the dual analog control scheme. Yes and no. I mean, gaming was moving towards that anyway. It was going to happen, and I've seen the same control scheme in, like, the original Medal of Honor, so it was going to happen anyway. And GoldenEye had a dual analog control scheme. You just had to use 2 Nintendo 64 controllers to use it. Hey, Ant. Yeah, of course. My copy is up there. My copy of Alien Resurrection on PS1. Maybe during spooky streams, I don't know. I don't remember it being... 2 things I remember about Alien Resurrection, right, on PS1. Number 1, I don't remember it actually being a particularly good game. And 2, I remember it using two blocks for a save file, not 1. Excessive. It's a first-person shooter. What the fuck do you need 2 blocks for? So thoughts on the remake for Star Fox 64. I'll be getting it. I'll be getting it. It doesn't look particularly good in hindsight. But I'll be getting it. I'll be getting it. My hands are tied. Do I have Stretch Panic on PS2? I don't. Gallops might. I don't know. But I don't know. It made the game too hard because testers got good at speedrunning it with the pistol. What, Resurrection? I remember the discovery, what, like, last year? that there was a swap disk exploit programmed into Resurrection by one of the game's lead programmers, so he could play as import PS1 games, which is kind of funny. It's hidden behind a whole bunch of like button inputs. Prepare for the other leak to be true. Ocarina of Time remake. Let's go. Saria had still better be cute as a button, otherwise I'm gonna be pissed off. People at Argonaut were so based. I mean, the people who are running Argonaut's social media now are pretty based, because they've responded to me a couple of times when I've tweeted at them, and I appreciate that. Any PR group that goes, you know, to the effort of responding to me on Twitter, I appreciate that. I better be able to unfreeze Zora's domain. There better be a Sky Temple. I better be able to get the Triforce. I'd better be able to date Saria as Adult Link. Beat the Running Man? Yeah. But if they make the OOT characters realistic... Why? You're gonna materialize it. You're gonna make it happen. If they do, I will be furious. I will be absolutely furious. And I will still hand over, you know, 60 bones to play it, because I have no scruples. Breath of the Wild style OOT, I would kill myself. No thank you. Yo, YouTube pop-up play on non-premium account is a thing. YouTube pop-up play? Does a pop-up pirate appear and you have to, like, pull out a knife, and if you're not successful, you get an ad? She's cute too. So far, all the girls in this are very cute. I can exit the app and I have a little window of the video feed still on screen. Oh, that's so cool! I know that Twitter has support for that. Legend of Zelda 2 need a remake? On one condition. One condition. Mercury Steam. If we're getting a Zelda 2 remake, give it to Mercury Steam. That's my provision. They have experience with Metroid, which is, you know, relatively similar. Side-scrolling 2D. They know their way around a big, like, map with lots of stuff to collect and do. They know their way around it. They know how to work with Nintendo. They've worked with Nintendo licenses and IPs before, so they know what the limits and restrictions are. They are the perfect people for a Zelda 2 remake. Give it to Mercury Steam. 100%. They are pretty much the only people I would trust with a Zelda 2 remake. One of these days, I will start that over from the beginning and actually finish it. I think about 3 times now I've tried to finish Lords of Super Mario 64 Remake, unnecessary. Unnecessary. Finish an unfinished Mario game, so I don't know. Sunshine. Actually finish developing Sunshine. Although, to be honest with you, out of the Mario franchise, what I want more than anything is a Mario game that plays a little bit more like a Ratchet and Clank. I want a Mario game... This is gonna sound, like, illegal. I want a Mario game with weapons. I want Mario to be running around with a pipe wrench. And, like, a plunger gun. That's what I want. An OOT remake to have more missions and side quests. Yeah, so I essentially imagine it as, like... You know how in Pokemon X and Y... No, not X and Y. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, you've got, like, standard Pokemon maps. But then there's, like, the wild area that, like, everything is attached to. Make Hyrule Field the wild area. Make it bigger. Have it encompass, like, Lake Hylia, like the Zora's River, Death Mountain, all of that, while still keeping the towns their own smaller areas that have a transition, a loading screen between them. That is how I would do an Ocarina of Time remake. And then the dungeons, of course, being separate as well. Mario with a gun is Mario and Rabbids? Yeah, but that's XCOM, and I'm not a strategy guy. Although I will one day play Mario and Rabbids. The problem is I saw a copy of it recently for relatively cheap, but the physical copies don't come with the DLC. So at some point I'll buy it digitally on Switch, because it usually goes down to like $7 with all the DLC. So how does one go about conducting a resuscitation? Liang resuscitate. Luigi's Mansion. Yeah, so Luigi has weapons in, like, Luigi's Mansion. But I'm thinking, like, a Mario platformer with, like, your typical wah-hoo, wah-hee, you know, wah! And woo-hoo-hoo, you know, jumping around and doing your Mario wahoo long jumps and bing bing wahoo and all that. But you also have a wrench and, like, a plunger gun. Because the Mario movies have shown us a Mario that uses weapons and uses tools. And I think that would go neatly into a Mario platformer as well. I also think that a Mushroom Kingdom Warriors is long overdue. A Dynasty Warriors clone with Mario characters. The issue I have with the Sonic Warriors is with like a Dynasty Warriors game, you have very clear factions, right? You have this is the Chinese whoever army, and they have the Chinese whatever army specific soldiers, right? An Eggman army could have a whole bunch of different, like, badniks, and you've got variety there. But what the hell does a Sonic army have? Like, generic animal people? It doesn't work. That's the issue I have with the Sonic Warriors. It's the same reason why a Dragon Ball Z Warriors would be tough. Because, you know, Goku doesn't have an army. Frieza has an army. The Saiyans have, like, Cybermen. Gun, right, but Gun is separate to, like, Sonic's army, right? A Sonic army would have to be, like, animal people. So you'd have to have, like, avatars. You know, like, Sonic Forces avatars. It could work, but, like, okay. Black Doom is easy because Black Doom has, like, the aliens. You know, Mephiles has, like, a Mephiles army. Yeah, it would have to be Sonic Forces avatars. I guess that would work. Okay, yeah. That's the only thing I'm hung up on, like, Sonic Warriors. But if Sonic's army is, like, the avatars for Sonic Forces, then it would work. Like, a Mario one is easy, because on the Mario side you've got Toads, you know. Like, with Zelda it was a piece of piss, because you could just have generic Hylian soldiers, right? Sonic Forces being cobbled from the scrap of other projects low-key makes it impressive. For what it's worth, I like Sonic Forces. Furthermore, Sonic Forces started out as a game that was essentially Sonic Wars and was supposed to be Dynasty Warriors-ish. So it kills me that it ended up being a 3D platformer when we could have had essentially Sonic Warriors. What about Tikal and the Echidnas? I couldn't see Tikal as a head of an Echidna tribe. But Pakamak, yeah, I could see. Pakakamak. Zelda Maker. There was a game for Switch that was kind of like a Zelda Maker that came out. Space Colony Arc, you'd have artificial chaos. That would work. Ever since you arrived at this fleet, everyone has been so curious. Typical Idea Factory. And I say this every time, and it comes from a place of love. Way too much talking. Because you're from the Royal Navy, isn't it? Is this something they say over there? Do I get to kill some enemies? Oh, yeah, Link's Awakening had a dungeon creator, but it was very basic. A Resident Evil Warriors would work. I'll take a Resident Evil MMO if it plays like Zomboid. Feel wholesale from Zomboid for a Resident Evil MMO, and I'd play it. Silent Hill RPG, we've kind of had that. There was the Silent Hill play novel for the Game Boy Advance that was the Silent Hill visual novel with RPG elements. And there's, of course, the Silent Hill Diablo clone for PS Vita, Silent Hill Book of Memories. Book of Memories, I will one day play through when the emulation is there to run it. When do I get to kill some enemies? There was two of them, right? Resident Evil third-person shooter, like, action-y games. It was Operation Raccoon City, and there was, like, another one. Biohazard Umbrella Corps. Is Operation Raccoon City good Spooky Streams material? Because at the moment I'm looking at either Resident Evil 3 or Resident Evil 3 Remake or Resident Evil 6 as the Spooky Streams Resident Evil title this year. considering that 3 Remake is short, I might do both. Yeah. When do I get to shoot some enemies? Destroy a Shimakaze. I can speedrun Resident Evil 3 Remake in 50 minutes. Wow. I take it all the puzzle solutions are the same every time. Resident Evil 3 Inferno Permadeath. No. When do I get to shoot some more enemies? Do I get to kill enemies yet? Are we playing anything horror related? Resi 5 and Resi 6 have co-op online. And there's probably some, like, sort of PS2 era horror games we can play over Parsec that have, like, a 2-player mode. I'm also curious about that, about Dead Rising 2 in co-op. There's definitely options. Yeah, the problem with Outbreak is we would have to set up an emulator with, like, online play. We could do it, but it's more work than simply Parsec and a split screen, you know? Which is easier. We know how to do that. We know how to make that work. Yeah, Dead Rising 2 co-op. Dead Island Riptide Remastered? That's not a bad shout. We haven't done Riptide. I think we did the original Dead Island, I think. Because I love champagne rings a bell with you. And we did Dead Island 2, but I don't think we did Riptide. Riptide's alright. It's not great, but it's alright. I'm happy to do Riptide with you. Yabby's like, Riptide's alright, it's not great. Yeah, Riptide's alright. I mean, it's not great. Riptide. Riptide with the Survivor Pack. Riptide Special Edition. What makes it special? It contains 2 DLCs instead of 1. Trust me, you know, Dead Island doesn't get away with it either. Dead Island Special Edition. Dead Island again, but Game of the Year. Dead Island is one of those for me where I end up with a lot of editions of the same game. I don't usually collect multiple editions, but Dead Island is a it's a game that means a lot to me, so I have a lot of copies of it. Shadows of the Damned remake. That would require buying it, and the same goes for Lollipop Chainsaw repop. PS3 version's pretty emulatable now. Yeah, PS3 versions of both of those run pretty well on RPCS3, and now RPCS3 supports encrypted games as well. So there is a plot. The sirens want to use these cubes. We have to join with the other world's militaries in order to defeat the sirens. Amy. Oh, no. If it runs well on RPCS3, I'll consider Amy. You can play co-op in the Brink story. What's the nicest way of putting this? I like first-person shooters where the story mode is actually a story mode and not just skirmishes that you play forwards and then you play backwards. And that's Brink. That's the problem I have with Brink, is play it this side, now play it this side. Next map, play it this side, play it that side. That's the story. Which is a shame, because the gunplay in Brink, from what I remember of playing it on 360 degrees, was really fun. Like, it was really solid gunplay. It upsets me that it's stuck behind Brink, of all games. Can I shoot some things, please? As you wish. Oh yes, Shibakaze, perhaps I could task you with taking care of the communications with the Sakura Empire. Communications, but can I communicate with my guns? Wet. Maybe at some point it might be fun to draw Eiko in oh god, I forget her name. I forget Wet's name. It would be fun to draw Eiko in cosplay. Ruby Malone, if you had given me a day, I wouldn't have got there. Do I get to kill anything yet? I want to shoot some enemies. Oh, I can buy units, but I don't have enough money to buy them yet. Alright, take care, Jacob. Bye, Jacob. Add that to the dictionary, image flexion. When do I get to shoot things? Golden Axe Beast Rider. I gotta check my spreadsheet, because I have a prototype of that, because they released a prototype. Hidden Palace had a bunch of prototypes of it. Gold. Golden Eye. No, I don't. CEX. I suspect it's probably about 20 quid now. 8 quid. Okay. Local stores. Nearest store that has it is Ashford. I don't particularly feel like the £3 shipping on top of £8. I'll have a look. There's a prototype that was leaked by Hidden Palace that has like a button combination for a debug menu. Which, you know, is at least means we'd be able to like level jump and jump around. We could do it as an archive dive, maybe with like a couple more Xbox 360 prototypes. I've got like a Street Fighter 4 prototype that's like a few months out from release. Some other stuff I've been sitting on for possibly an archive dive. But a full playthrough of Beast Rider, I'd have to buy it. Unless somebody is going to recomp it with Rex Glue, or if it runs well enough in RPCS3.
何をするため？お礼なら前にもう言ったし、私は結局人が恋しいの。なんだかさっきより天候。
Sirens are coming.
あんな海のど真ん中で何をしているの？ごめんなさい。今日はもう行かず。いつかがいつなのか。
Dangerous looking girl. I can fix her. あからさまにやばこっちは大切な偽装を台無しにされていいやつ Oh, she's doing like the old Yakuza thing where it's like, you bumped into me and broke my arm. Now you've got to pay for my medical bills, old man.
キラキラじゃねえよ。ギラギラ一体なんだろう。あい駿河だ。そのなんともまあ
いいねいいねいいねいいね
ゆあそときゅうとだゆあそとダイナマイトキュートかなあ、なんか強そうだからダイナマイトキュートにしとこ読めんからダイナマイトはいいね
いいね Hey, Matsu's here. Matsu's here.
Meme school.
そうでございましたか。じゃあ、とりあえずそいつもここに呼んじゃって。あ、いや、それが今どこにおられるかはわかりませんし。いやー、こっちに目を合わせるな。ねえ。さっきからこっち見てるようだけど。
That's Suruga.
誰？知らない人です。そっか。ただの通りすがりの人か。
More of that, you say?
Meme companies.
Okay. I need to write a bot using AI vibe coding.
ちょい待ち。せっかくだからあんたにお願いするね。先日ここでドンパチあったみたいなんだけど、そこでほら私の大事なこの機械もとばっちりで壊されちゃったみたいなの。本当に申し訳ないです。相手がセーレーンということで島風躍起になっておりまして。で、あんたさ、これ第三者的に見てどう？こいつさっきからずっと
When do I get to kick this girl's ass? Meme companies. Meme school. People are all like, meme companies, meme school.
You need to shut the fuck up!
よかったら私の代わりにあんたの偽装でこいつを撃っちゃってよ。実弾が怖いなら空砲で勘弁してやるよ。ね、いいじゃん。赤の他人なんでしょ。
This girl is scary.
それともこの際私があんたを撃つのでもいいけど。
For yourself, your intro video.
私は
What would it be?
演習や戦闘以外で人を撃つことはあなたたちお二人に頼りにしないでこのバ何相手のペースに乗せられているんだ。そこのあなた名前は
Destroyer Shimakage. Shimakaze.
そうねピュリッチ
Purichi.
ピュリッチあなたどう見ても中央のものには見えないけど旅行者かどうしたのさっきここは中央の領海しかも演習にも使ったりする重要な場所そんなところにどうしてあなたの落とし物があるんだそれは落としちゃって普通じゃない一般人ならそもそもこの近くにも中央の民に因縁をつけるならまずそちらのこいついい気になって
It's time to kick Purichi's ass.
時間切れよピュリッチ待てよお前が決めるなその通りねそしてこれ以上置いたが過ぎるならレイに報告することになるけどまずいのなら
Is he gonna use his Gias powers? So wait, I don't even get to shoot her?
誰とどうやって喋ってたんだ
Is this a visual novel in disguise? Have I been tricked? Ah, I've run out of coffee. I need to open the next coffee. There goes the controller.
島風またあなたに助けられましたね
It landed in the bin. Whoops. Get the snotty Kleenex off there. We're good.
そうとにかく拠点に戻らないはい考えること
I don't get to shoot that Parichi. It would have been so good if I could have shot that girl.
どんどん行きますよ
I'd have shot her so hard, full of holes.
島風は
Event
速いぞ
battle! Better not be fucking with me.
負けたからって怒らないでくださいねこれで臨時の関係者席を確保はいお任せあとは
Let me shoot things.
高尾さんこそご立派どちらかというと
Postman going to kill me on Monday. I ordered 7 different things from 7 different sellers and they all here by Tuesday. I heard even though Stadia was crap, the controller is really comfortable. That's what I've heard, yeah. And, you can't officially convert a Stadia controller into a Bluetooth controller now, but I think there are, like, third-party tools made by the community that will still convert a Stadia controller into a standard Bluetooth controller. Or you could just buy one where somebody has already converted it into a Bluetooth controller. Because you just have to, like, install a firmware on the controller or something that enables that functionality, and then you could just use it as a standard Bluetooth controller.
一体どうした特に島風とはさっき別れてからそう時間も経って正直なおいおい高尾さん偽装よろしいのですかそれでは
Can I just shoot things, please? Yay!
たぎってきた
An area enclosed by a white dotted line in the center of the screen is the lock-on area.
メモしてるからちょっと待ってて
Oh, she's cute.
あはいいつでもどうぞほらほら痛いのをほらほら入れちゃった
Enemy defeated.
出し惜しみなし痛いのをへや痛いのを
That's not it, is it?
へやほらほら
Okay.
これもう勝っちゃいますよ
Boss!
魚雷
Ah!
痛いのを出し惜しみなしナックアウト反撃チャンスですねこっち
Already? Oh, come on! It's over already! Didn't they extend the window for a little while? Did they? I was under the impression that the window had closed now.
それ
Still confusing as to why it needs a whole firmware change. I think because the functionality, like, physically exists in the controller, but the firmware inside the controller doesn't enable the Bluetooth connect, like the generic Bluetooth connection mode for whatever reason. I've thought about getting one, but it's like, what do I need another controller for? Aoba and Akashi. Oh, they're so cute. I'd feed them both tuna. Could probably crack open a Stadia controller with a custom firmware. I expect so, but I mean, at the same time... Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, not cracking it open to install a custom firmware on it. You could probably just connect it via USB. Amazon Luna, yeah, I mean, it keeps getting pushed on my Fire Stick when, like, I boot up the Fire Stick, but... People play games on their game consoles and their PCs. They don't play them on their Fire Stick. That's kind of pointless. Some of the games are included in Prime and still no one plays. I can believe it. It's like, I paid for a Crunchyroll sub, right? Technically, I have access to something like 30 mobile games. I haven't played a single one. Yes, that's good, but also I know somebody who I don't like, who insulted me on the internet for brownie points, who went all in on Stadia, and it would have been nice if they never got their money back, because they're a cunt. So it does pain me that they got money back. But apart from that, yeah. Someone from the old YouTube gaming. I'll leave it at that and not mention any more of the old YouTube gaming drama. Unicorn? She's not a real unicorn. Stadia lets you play the latest games. No downloads, no buffering. Just press play and your games are right here. I miss OnLive. OnLive felt like it was actually for the gamers. And I remember it running half decent on an old broadband internet connection, which is even more impressive. But did I load up OnLive just to have a look at Blood Rain's cracking tits? Yes. And did everybody else? Yes. The thing about OnLive is you could watch other people's gameplay, and if you just went to Blood Rain 2 and loaded up like recent streams by other people, it was just all zooming the camera in on Blood Rain's cracking tits. I remember there was a thing where hey look, Nightbot made the Star Wars quote. there was a thing where they did a Saints Row the Third trial where you could play it for it was something stupid like 4 hours on live. And I did play it on live, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And then I went and bought it on Xbox 360.
ユニコーンちゃん、もうなくしちゃダメですからね。いえ。スルがさすがですわ。あらあなた。
Desua? Oh, she really is an Ojo-sama.
スルがさすがですわ。
Desua?
ちょっとエイジャックス様、素直に謝意をお伝えくださいませ。
Fucking love me an Ojo-sama.
お礼を申し上げます。
Saints Row 3 is how I was able to get parental controls off my Xbox. Was there an exploit?
何かお返しを。はい。はい。それでは。
Or was it a case where your parents bought the game for you and then they're like, oh, we have to disable the parental controls so Matzo can play the game we bought? I will always love Saints Row 2 best, but I also know that if I went back to Saints Row 2 and tried to play it now without Gentlemen of the Row, I would hate it. GTA is free and you never have to buy it parental exploit. It was free with gold. Ah! I see. Saints Row 3? I think I probably still have fond memories of Saints Row 3. Saints Row 4, not so much. There are bits of Saints Row 4 I like, but Saints Row 4, for the most part, is kind of hard to go back to. Saints Row 3, well, it has power by Ye, for a start. And it's just genuinely a good game. Yeah, 4 started as the Enter the Dominatrix DLC, and then they turned that into a full game release because, you know, the DLC was getting big, but it wasn't really like a full game's worth of stuff when they released it.
また目立っちゃった。駿河殿、その昔、島風はこれから先も駿河殿のお役に。ああ。 わかったわ。はい。会場まで案内して。わからないのよ道。残念ながら油はもう売り切れたようです。
Time isn't something you can kill. I like that. That's a good line. I'm gonna use that.
スピーチする側じゃなくて聞く側でしょうに。
Reboot. I bought that on Steam late last year with all the DLC. I would like to give Reboot a proper go. Like, a proper try. Playing it almost like I'm ignoring it has Saints Row in the name. I think that's probably the way I would enjoy it most. This is probably a good game for, like, big fans of Azur Lane who want to see all the characters, like, interact. But the problem I have is that there hasn't been a lot of gameplay yet. We've been playing for an hour and a half. We've had 3 levels? Which is, like, it's typical Idea Factory and Compile Heart, like, through and through. They're always slow burners.
観戦もそうでない皆様も本日はよく来たにゃ。合同大演習司会と審判を担当する明石と申すにゃ。
New sample for Bully 2 found.
レディーレディーレディーレディーレディーレディーレディーレディーレディーレディー観戦も中央主催世界を巻き込む
How to make a Kanye sample. Find a soul song. Take 2 samples from the first 4 bars. 1 sample from not the next 4 bars, but the 4 bars after. And play the sample 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. You've made a Kanye song.
まあ開催が決まったのはつい先週なんだけどね。ユニオン、ロイヤル、鉄血。そして今回支援と協力をしてくれた
I like her already.
勢力の皆様、とってもありがとうにゃ。
Yeah.
中央のコネクションはすごいですね。カガさん、頑張られドンファンもすぐな。まずは主催者の赤城に初めの挨拶を行ってもらうにゃ。
親愛なる世界中の皆先の世界親善試合を経てこの開会式の模様と
I wanna fight. I wanna fight. Stubbs the Zombie. I do have that on Epic Game Store. It has a co-op campaign. If it's local co-op, then Ant could connect to me by Parsec and we could play it co-op. If it's online co-op, then I need to source cheap copies on Steam. Fan and I, so we can play it.
ああ、でも赤城のさっき言ったことは本当にゃ。保証するにゃ。
I wish Rockstar would make smaller side projects. I wish Rockstar would just make a Bully 2 that isn't, like, insanely convoluted and involved. The problem is, right now, Rockstar are so big that they have endless money, and whatever they do with GTA 6, it will just sell like hotcakes anyway. I will give Death Stranding 2 on Steam if you play Death Stranding 1 this spooky streams. I did promise to play it last year, didn't I? That's the thing. Cosplay thumbnail. Who from Death Stranding would Eiko look best as? I'm thinking Cliff, but I'm curious. Who would be the best fit for an Eiko cosplay thumbnail? Because when I streamed it a couple of years ago, I used Sam Porter Bridges as the basis. Right, deprecated 2023, I think it was. No. 2021? When did that come out? $2019. It might be under cosplay thumbnails. Name LS stands for live stream. There's no LSDS. No LS death. Right, maybe it's not got the LS naming standard. PSD specials. I have them all backed up, but they're all like in 7 zips. Clean. Oh, I don't have the Death Stranding one clean. Clean means that that I have it have a render of it without the numbers on the screen. I can't be bothered to dig for it. I can't be bothered to dig for it, but it was my cosplay thumbnail, so it was me done up like Sam Porter Bridges with like the light mirror things on my back. Higgs is self-aware. I'm thinking maybe Cliff, because then I have an excuse to do like the makeup, right? Wait, Higgs has the makeup as well. It's okay to halt the stream. That's not a problem. It's my fault for not being able to put my finger on it immediately. The problem is I 7-zipped everything up to minimize the amount of hard drive space being used. Everyone has makeup. It's a Kojima game. It's just the point where you put in a Raiden quote like, "I don't believe it! You're full of shit, Colonel!" I'm not the best orator. Give it time, you spent enough time with me. You'll be great at oral. Marvelous fighting spirit of the Sakura Empire. Higgs has heavy makeup. Very makeup. It's the guy who in like number 2 has like an electric guitar. Right? Yeah, he's a good fit. Troy Baker. The temptation to do Eiko as the baby with like the thumbs up, but it's bad enough that people think Eiko is a child just based on the artwork that I've already done. If I actually do Eiko as a baby, it would be like the that really would get people coming into the chat and saying that. Eiko is the baby doing the thumbs up. Yeah. Where's that quote from? Spin-off of a hentai that's a wholesome, family-friendly anime that takes place when the characters are babies. What, like a prequel to Boku no Pico or something? The story of little Monica. 世界親善試合以来、久々に公衆の面前にどういう顔をしたらいいものか。ああ、ありがとう。鉄血は鉄血によるそこで税23とプリンス。That said, Z23 and Prince Albert, I mean Prince Eugen, were taking part in this. The joke being that a Prince Albert is the. If you know, you know.
でもこの人もしかしたらラスボスかもしれないから今はそっとしておくんじゃ。ビスマルクさん、スピーチありがとうにゃ。ロイヤルからこのお方の登場。
It's Javelin! It's Javelin, it's Javelin, it's Javelin, it's Javelin, it's Javelin!
ようやくジャベリンの出番ですね。全力で目立っちゃいます。
Javelin, 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 Javelin. I do have zombie on something. PS4, I think.
これは意外だにゃ。今のうちに。
I think I have it digitally on PS4. Is there anything that actually did that? Like, imagine there was the South Park Universe Toddlers Learning Show. I can think of, like, Aliens getting a cartoon, Ghostbusters getting a cartoon, Predator getting a cartoon. You know, like, horror movies getting, like, cartoons for kids. Which is kind of like that. But, I don't know, it's like having a... They did change a bunch of stuff when they turned Zombie U into Zombie. They did, yes. The Wii U is somewhere. Gamepad is there. Wii U is somewhere around here. I would have to download the game and install it off an SD card. But I could do that. I could play Zombie U on actual Wii U.
なんなんだあの子は。可愛い方ですね。なんで出てるの？はーい。ロイヤル代表のジャベリンです。趣味は弁当作り。
A hobby is making bento. Well, I've got a sausage right here she can put in her bento box. Those little tiny sausages that you cut and then it makes like a... It looks like an octopus. You know the ones?
はい、PR タイムは終了にゃ。うわ、もう時間？クイーンエリザベス様とウォースパイトさんの命で大
You have the life of Queen Elizabeth and Warspite. Queen Elizabeth?
お待たせいたしましたわ。ご機嫌うるわしゅうございます。ロイヤルネイビーの栄光、フット、ただいま参上いたしました。
Rest in peace, Lizzie. You were a real one.
さすがにエリザベス様は来れなかったのか。
I guess it's expected they couldn't call Queen Elizabeth, considering she's dead.
でもフット様その辺は認めるけど。どうしたんだ、ビスマルク。怖がってるじゃないか。
ねえ、いかがされてしまったのでしょうね。
No, it would be Queen Elizabeth II. In the universe of Azur Lane, there were two world exhibition matches where everybody came together for a friendly competition. That's right, World War I and World War II were friendly competitions in the world of Azur Lane.
ごめんなさい。先に失礼。待て、フットはお前に微笑んでいるぞ。説明するにゃ。ビスマルクさんとフットさんは世界親善試合の時。ハルト。にゃ。
Halt!
いややっぱりこれ以上言うのはやめておくにゃ。
Because she's German, isn't she?
言わなくてもみんなが分かってる。因縁あるんだな。今日フットも来ると分かっていれば。私かよ。私は本人の。
はい。加賀さんのおっしゃる通りです。すべての出会いがうまくいくわけではございません。
England and Germany are at each other's throats again.
世界ありました。
近いね。
ただ、私は赤木さんが用意してくださったこの、そしてそれこそ。
Everybody's gonna come together to defeat the Sirens. The Sirenda.
さあ、四陣営の主要人物が。よし。
Miss Reporter, oh my god, there is so much.
仲の良さが。どうしよう。
I just want to shoot some things!
おっと、実行委員長の長門様。すごい。この平和がさらっと恐ろしい。さて、長い開会。うわ。呼ばれた感 参戦は呼ばれないか。お、ピーハイさん。一人目は中央の
Shimakaze.
任せにゃ。ふへわ、外れちゃ。なんか二人目は同じく
Oh. Ayanami.
雪風様の幸運のお裾分けなのだ。この後の演習では改良した模擬弾を使う。
They look great and they don't hurt if you get hit and they're environmentally friendly,
あ
nya.
まり痛くないし、海の生物への影響も極小という。なるほど。島風。それはありがたい。
Everybody is friendly now. We're coming together to fight a shared evil. North Korea. I mean, Israel. I mean, aliens from outer space. Probably.
ご指名はあんたと綾波さんだけでしょ。せっかくだから駿河も面白そうにゃ。いや、後輩相手にこれくらいは綾波何事も。
When do I get to shoot some things? Hey! I forgot that that was a cutscene before a level. Okay. Oh, check out Downs. Man.
なんとかします。戦闘開始です。それでは演習開始にゃ。頑張るのです。へやー。そんな痛いのを。ほらほら。痛いのを。出さないです。へやー。たちならやれる。魚雷だ。出さないです。へやー。痛いのを。
Oh, I see. Ayaname's my enemy here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Circular. Wee. Susan S. Weed. Okay. Haven't played as her yet, so I don't know what her... Oh, she doesn't have a regular gun. Interesting. I did it! Oh, that was still an S rank. Nice.
綾波、駿河、島風、お疲れ様にゃ。感染同士の大義だったぞ。会場中の客人も世の妹も喜んでおる。まったく獣王の女の子、お褒めに預かり光栄よ。使用していたのは蔵王社の偽装。
I made this coffee the right strength this time. It's not giving me the caffeine headache.
そういう時だけはまるで子供みたいですよ。そんなところも魅力的ですけど。何が言いたい?
Aha! England is lusting over Germany.
はいはい。いつまでも喋り続けてると終了できないにゃ。明日からの本戦にも期待してにゃ。
Yeah.
開会式はこれで。
Yeah. Yeah.
はいはいはいはいはいはいはいはい。終わった終わった。念のため言いますけど、お疲れ。いや、手加減し。
Your match was incredible to watch. You held left on the analog stick. and pressed RB and RT. Yo, events! Holy shit. And none of them say battle next to them. That's marvelous. For the sake of brevity and showing as much of this game as possible, today I'm gonna skip some cutscenes, if that's alright with folks. Like, it's a lot of world building. Which I'm sure is great for fans of Azur Lane. These scenes have been cut, literally. Well, if I want to cut them, what button do I press to skip a scene entirely? It's RT. That scene was cut.
そもそもさすがにフットがいるのは予想。
Right. Event, but it's not a battle. I want to shoot things. In the shop, you'll find Shiranui's store. What is a mental isma? Everything's only worth 10. Funds. Oh. Nice. I'll take that. Strengthen. Oh, I need like special items to strengthen stuff. Let me kill things. Kill things! That's not a shooty kill event. It's just a cutscene event. Yeah, okay. Battle time. You don't want to stand out, Siriga.
現在トップを独走中な。そんなば。人によってものすごいキューブ数に差がつ。ああ、どうも。加賀だ。
Why on earth do they have a dozen cutscenes in a row? That is very much a compile heart thing.
またあなたか。まず重要なのは。
Free YouTube picture-in-picture is a game changer. They really have made that free for non-premium. That's cool. That means you still get to watch my stream while you get other stuff done. Isn't that amazing? Let's beat her up and take her cubes.
たぎってきた。あら、どこを見てるのかしら。いけないわよ。了解です。
Let's beat her up and take her shit. Oh, it's just ships.
痛いの。魚雷だ。大攻撃です。ちゃったよ。へや。痛いの。へや。ほらほら。痛いの。へや。注目。どうだ。痛いの。ほらほら。痛いの。へや。で、よっと。へや。痛いの。ほらほら。これもう勝っちゃいますよ。へや。
Boss? Oh, boss time already?
じゃんじゃん
Oh, this didn't last long.
勝っちゃうよ。いきまーす。やらせていただきました。
There it goes.
へや。痛いの。ほらほら。
More bosses! Yes!
魚雷攻撃ですぞ。
A level that isn't over in 10 seconds!
どうぞ。ほらほら。いきまーす。
Hey, Sushi Sunshine!
へや。いいですね。あ
Battle clear!
ー、勝ったー。文句なしです。
S rank! Woo! Also, Sushi's here. You know what that means.
寿司さんシャイン、寿司さんシャイン、寿司シャン。
Sushi, sushi, oh, sushi, oh.
喜びの舞を後で踊りましょう。もう一体どうなってるんですか。説明不足だったにゃ。量産型艦隊は普段の演
各員の要請次第で限度はあるが量産。
すごいエンターテイナー。いやそれ愚痴を言ってる暇
How's everyone doing today?
また誰か来る。
I am alive. I am breathing. I could have achieved more today,
どんどん行きますよ。
but I feel like I needed a day to just like observe, and I had a day to observe. That's what I did today. You can switch pages by pressing LB or RB.
さてと。
And if I have enough points, I can buy a ship.
おっと。みんなの様子の確認ですね。
Ah! Akashi, Shirasuyu, Shiranui. I want Catgirl.
工作艦赤地身体検査を始めるにゃ。
Catgirl, Catgirl, Catgirl.
おっと。みんなの様子。はいはい。島風ですよ。お、装備変更ですか。
Catgirl, Catgirl, Catgirl.
見つけた。敵との遭遇です。お、山城さん。こら島風。今。ふっふっふ。ひねりが何も。さあさ島風ちゃん。
Hand over our cubes. No.
状況が変わった。
We're gonna kick your ass. Better yet.
おっと。みんなの様子の確認ですね。おっと。一緒に遊ぶにゃ。知らずゆがだ。いいと思う。わかったよ。
Here we go. I don't know how having support ships helps, but I now have support ships. Been to Chinese class. Speaking of Chinese, I'm totally getting myself a Chinese on Saturday. after work. Lightning flash! Yeah, take that. Right, head towards the arrow. Oh, Britain's here. Hood has come here to censor our internet. Oh, she didn't last very long. Hood Congo, who is the British warship in this game.
一つ前の戦いのダメージが響いたか。
一体誰と戦われたんで、綾波のやつで。うわ、出会いたくない。
That reminds me, I found a new Chinese takeaway that does proper sweet and sour sauce. Who was sweet and sour sauce? Oh fuck, which rapper was that? Sweet and sour sauce. I'm pulling a blank. Tell us a bit about this game. This is Azur Lane Crosswave. It is a third-person. Was that really a yay quote specifically? Huh? There we go. Yay on the mind. Azur Lane Crosswave is a third-person shooter spin-off of the Azur Lane mobile game, where all the characters are anime girl versions of warships. Oh, it was off Yeezus. That's it, eating Asian pussy, all I need is sweet and sour sauce. Yeah, oh god. On site? Give us what we need, may not be what we want. On site. Not enough A points. Where did I get A points? I wasn't even on A points. Now that we finally have more levels and less cutscenes, this game got a lot better quickly. You had to click on it to see if it would let you remove it, because if it did, then that would be an indication that it got through. Yeah. Emergency! It's boss time. On site! Enemy ship on site! We did it! Loving the water tech in this. Even though it's so basic, I just like seeing the water moving underneath my character. Top chat. The indisputable leader of the game. It's not on site. I'm gonna have a look at the users track list. Is it I'm in it? It could be Send It Up, or it could be I'm in it. I'm in it and I can't get out. Yeah. It's I'm in it. It has to be. Yeah. Eat an Asian pussy, all I need was sweet and sour sauce. Tell your boss you need an extra hour off. Get you super wet after we shower after we turn the shower off. Yeah. It's I'm in it. I'm in it and I can't get out. Yeah. No offense to any Jamaicans out there. I love your culture, especially the Jamaican Pikachu plushes. And I want one. I want a Jamaican Pikachu that says Jamaica no problem. You know the ones. Jamaican Pikachu. You ever heard of them? These are great. There's a video by Pat Matt. I think this is the thumbnail to it actually. So this is fantastic. There's a video by Pat Matt about them. See, they say Jamaica no problem. I really want one of these so bad. I am constantly on the lookout for one of these showing up in a charity shop from maybe somebody who went on holiday to Jamaica. Desperately want one of those. Is anime popular in Jamaica or just Pokemon? I mean, it's probably popular in Jamaica, but that Pikachu in particular is a common bootleg plush that is sold in Jamaica. They're not rare. They are commonly sold in Jamaica at like tourist traps and stuff. I want one. I want one. They're so cool. I want one. Jamaica, no problem. I'm always on the lookout for one of them. Dozo! We... Yeah! What is it Martian Phil says? Nutting? Jamaican patois dubs of tokusatsu. Oh, I bet they're amazing. Ah, man, them transform! Ah, pussy clot! Kimochi. Any more items dotted around the battlefield now? No. Event battle! Oh, if we beat everybody else, we collect their cubes. This is how we're gonna win. Do I have enough to buy the next team member? No. Yes. You're joining my team. Cute, cute. U81. Yubby. Why do you have Gelburu open? Why have you searched U81? No reason. Lock on! Ha ha ha! In your face. Special move time! Lock on attack time! Oh, sucks to be you, Kakaze. I'm just circling around her. You think she would have, like, figured out what I'm doing by now? Bye-bye, Yukikaze. Yay! S rank! Nya 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 nya. Nya nya nya. How dare they? Give us our orbs, they're rightfully mine. Speaking of language classes, I'm going back to Korean class. Ah! Korean class. Interesting. Yeah. AI's gotten pretty good now. I don't necessarily believe anything I hear nowadays. For that reason alone. Rodney. Hey Rodney, no one in the club can hear you. Shy Rodney. Apparently it's real. Ooh. Kanye, I haven't heard. I'm always happy to see new Kanye Lost Media drop, you know? Bye bye AI and army. Take that, Yukikaze. Does my other unit have as a special enabled? Yeah, I could have just switched.
これで誰も不満ないでしょ。明石腕が上がったみたいにゃ。綾波と雪風、ここで無念の偽装オーバーヒート。まさかここまで余力を残して私が足を引っ
We beat them. Give us our cubes back.
これも回収しておきましょう。
There's an event over there.
の強化につなげます。
Any other collectibles dotted around? Nope.
No, 明石。さ
This got better now. I got to do more levels. $97. Oh, if we beat them.
あら、いい心意気だけど、アタゴさん、それはそうよ。なんだかその必要はないぞ。これまで3位に甘んじていたタカを。アタゴ、キューブ。いいわよ。攻めはアタゴさんと。
It's time to kick their ass. Take their cubes.
満を持して、私、登場。
Cute. Okay, chat. The one on the left is 1. The one in the middle is 2. The one on the right is 3. Which one? I want to see some numbers in the chat. You'd think Red Eyes, I'd go number 3, but I'm actually thinking 1 or 2 based on uniform. Probably 1. By the way, sadly, a Tokusatsu legend has died yesterday. Which one would they have liked? Probably number 1.
ダークホース。コツコツとキューブを集め続け。山城さん、金剛ちゃんが私を行かせてくれ。山城さん、聞くまでもうなるよ。いらっしゃい。
Kenji Oba definitely would have liked number 1, I think. Oh, I know the guy! Yeah, oh shit, him? Oh, rip. That's one of those sushi bites I've kept putting off. The PS2 Gavan game. And now everybody's going to be talking about it because the guy died. What about the knockoff Gavan games? I mean, like, Soul Brain for the NES. Or do you mean, like, the Tokusatsu Hero by Simple 2000? Oh, Cosmo Police Galvian. Oh, that had games. I'll have to look into them. I have to do like a tokusatsu season. Yeah, look, the tokusatsu. I was thinking maybe this one. As per usual, I have to switch the camera to the non-blurry camera. In video. Where are you, NVIDIA? NVIDIA. Switch to just the Logitech camera. The Tokusatsu Hero. There's this, which is like bootleg Gavan. For like PS2. Although they did replace like young they did replace like Gavan with like generic young man. That one is going to be a Sushi Bites eventually. Is it really bootleg? It's bootleg in the sense that it's made by Simple 2000 and not actually based on a proper a zip of that album is now in my possession. Ooh, yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to hear that Kanye album. The game is not bootleg, but it's not based on an official Tokusatsu show. So I'm referring to it as bootleg because it's like not based on an official Tokusatsu. Cubes! Right. I'm using bootleg in like a jokey, jovial sense. Yo, check out her. What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? Cleveland. Yo, check out Cleveland. That little background bit where it's da 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 da. I hear the Simpsons theme song in the background of this fucking piece of music. Yeah, so Metal Heroes, What's Garo in connection to Garo? Because I've seen that as well. That's like a Tokusatsu thing. There's a Garo game for PS2. Portland. Cleveland, Ohio. Portland, Ohio. Garo is its own thing, and that is the only game it has. Okay, interesting. Okay, listen out for the Simpsons. It's this tune, isn't it? Oh no, it's not this tune. Garo is great. Ooh. I'm curious about Garo. Bow out, bow out. Sirens? We beat chapter 1! Garo is very DMC Bayonetta. Ooh, like a spectacle fighter. She's having a nightmare. Fights in the show get very over the top. Fuck! I need this! I need this in my life!
島風、夜中にどこへ。
Hmm. I'll try the obvious places. Uh, 18 episodes, 30, 21, 22, 23. If there's about 23 episodes, then 25. Okay, yeah. I think they're all here. They've all been uploaded separately, but I think they're all here. Okay.
駿が静かにしてほしいぞ。雪風様は就寝されたがって
First season's on YouTube. Oh, even better.
まだあたこさんたちも戻られてませんけど。いいのいいの。あいつらみたい。
Skip the events. Gameplay, 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 gameplay. Oh, Lady in the Ocean. Oh, okay. It's kind of just happening now. There's a lot going on. Okay, cool. It seems like we got attacked during the night. By presumably this Zero who reigned the other one in check. I just want to play like a couple more levels before I you know, move away from this one. Why does Garo Gold sound like a subscription service? Subscribe to Garo Gold! Just $6.99 a month. Yo, hold on. There was a girl there with deal with it glasses. Hold the phone. Are they? Where are my deal with it glasses? Aha! Yo, check it out. She's got deal with it shades. That's so cool. No way. I guess I got to do a level with deal with it shades on now. I'm gonna check her out. PS2 game is based on the first season of Garo. Oh, great! So there's English translated version of that available easily. So I will know what's going on in the Japanese game because I'll have the show as a frame of reference. Oh, nice! It sounds like Fate then. Covering that on Sushi Bite sounds like Fate. Well, I'm not sure if they're officially known as Deal With It shades, but I'm familiar with them because of the meme Deal With It, where the person wears the pixel shades. Why has TikTok QVC become a thing, and why are there so many ads for it? TikTok QVC... what, like TikTok Shop? I've heard a bunch of people talk about selling stuff on TikTok Shop. For games, I'm probably better off selling them on eBay. Can I see well with them? For the most part, the part I can't see out of is the white highlights. Why is there no battles? We're literally getting attacked by these sirens, right? I want some more gameplay. I want to do some more shooting. Oh. Oh no, this is what I wanted. A5M Claude? Oh, I can afford a main ship. Congo. Yeah, I could get Britain. Let's buy Britain. Yeah. Cool. It's still not an event where I can kill enemies. I think that would be my biggest criticism of this, is like, if this is one of those games where you care about the characters, like you're an Azur Lane fan, you're probably going to get a lot out of this game's dialogue and cutscenes. But it's the same issue I have with a lot of like Neptunia games, is there is a lot of talking. Belfast! Hey, Matzo. Does that look like Belfast to you? Yeah? Okay. Belufasto. Hell yeah, that's Belfast? Okay. Let's kick Belfast's ass. I mean, you can tell looking at this whether or not this is a game you would enjoy. But I think, during like a Steam sale or whatever, This is probably good to pick up for like $10 or under. I think you'd have to be a big fan of Azur Lane to get anything out of it. But I also find that these games that are based on existing gacha games tend not to be popular with the people who play the gacha games. If there is an Azur Lane... Oh, I've won already. If there's an Azur Lane anime, there probably is, this would probably convince me to check out the anime. There's one more level. Not a cutscene right away. You can always checking to see if there's any other collectibles. Let's do this one, and then I'll bring the stream to a close because we're getting close to midnight. Her art style, particularly the art style on Belfast, like reminds me a lot of like Tony Taka's work, specifically. Belfast specifically looks like a Tony Taka character design. Taka's got a very like specific style and look. You know, I got the Guna glasses on. I know a Tony Taka illustration when I see one. Oh, that was it again. Whee! I wonder if an Azur Lane wiki will tell me who like the main character designer was for each character. Because really does look like the work of Tony Taka specifically. Oh, Kisetsu. Okay, so not Tony Taka. There we go. I stand corrected. Kisetsu. Okay, who did my favorite? Who illustrated Bache? Watakuma. The only character in the whole of Azur Lane illustrated by Watakuma. Watakuma, you shall get a follow on my Twitter later. I stand corrected. Belfast had a very Tony Taka art style. It's my first time in this menu. Well, I'm going to take these shades off now. Thank you very much for coming. Once again, thank you very much, Idea Factory and Compile Heart for the opportunity, and keymailer. As always, Compile Heart and Idea Factory have been very good to us here on this channel in providing us opportunities. I get to play things like this that have been on my radar, but I've kind of, you know, just other things have come out, other things have been available, so I haven't really checked them out. To receive keys quite consistently from Idea Factory and Compile Heart is really really heartwarming. Especially as a long-time Puyo Puyo fan. Compile Heart is of course made up of a lot of the people who originally were involved with that that franchise. So it is always heartwarming that, you know, I cover the games, I keep up my part, and they continue to support me, which is fantastic. It's always a happy time. So I'm gonna go. Tomorrow night, probably no live stream, because I think we've got like family members or something coming around tomorrow. Saturday night probably won't be a live stream because I'm working. But there might be something on the Sunday. So keep your eyes peeled. And yeah, thank you very much for coming. Until next time, if we live that long, take care. Bye-bye for now. Meme school.
Meme school.